Pop Squat, coming at ya. We've got another track sent in by Chris. Chris is the Chris, comma. This is the last song that you sent me on your list of 4, 5, 6 different tracks. And Chris is a patron, so he gets to just send me stuff whenever he wants, and it's awesome. And I've worked my way through them as we go. There, that was today's music right there. So Chris, we're going to listen to Drippin' So Pretty's track Last Shot, which I also see on Genius is also titled Heroin in, not parents, in quotation marks. Excuse me. This is not listed as being on an album. Produced by NEDARB, NEDARB. Came out in 2017. This is rap, alternative, cloud rap, emo, and trap. I have not heard this, and I think this is only my second or third, maybe fourth song that I've ever heard by Drippin' So Pretty. So I guess let's check this out. 2 minutes 48 seconds. Last Shot, Heroin, from Drippin' So Pretty.
Shot of heroin. I said that once and now I'm here again. It's my last shot in love again. You left me laying in the ambulance. It's my last shot of heroin. I said that once and now I'm here again. It's my last shot in love again. You left me laying in the ambulance. It's my last shot of heroin. I said that once and now I'm here again. It's my last shot of love again. You left me laying in the ambulance. She took away my life and brought it back. I kicked her out and told her take her bags. She'll always be a burden on my back. She killed my friends but I still feel attached. This bitch be causing all this bullshit. I wish that I could kill her with some bullets. I blame you cause I'm too afraid to own it. That I'll waste my life and that I can't stay focused. Baby wanna love me, tell me she adore. A woman's touch and heroin both keep me warm. I love to sit and nod out on the floor. I just wanna live, so please let me explore.
So I'm very, very curious about this. So some of the comments here did not know that Drippin' So Pretty used to be or maybe still is, or has relapsed, a heroin addict, or did heroin, but I assume if you do heroin, you're an addict. I have never done heroin, so. But it's interesting because I'm very curious if this track is specifically about heroin all the way through, and then he kind of personifies it and calls it a her, but later on in the song, because it sounds like that's what he's doing, but later on in the song he says, heroin, just like a woman, what does he say? She killed my friends. A woman's touch and heroin both can be warm. I love to sit and nod out on the floor. So he says, he then equates the two, like a woman's touch and heroin can be warm, but he's could be talking about a woman and heroin and all the stuff up above, but I think he's specifically talking about heroin. Again, I don't know for sure. It seems to make sense that he's just talking about heroin to me. Really, did not expect this actually from him. Like something really openly honest, truthful, very, very much from his own experience and very much dealing with his feelings about it and opening up about how he's said a whole bunch of times, this is the last time I'm doing this, now I'm back here again, here's the last time I'm doing this, I'm back here again. And it sounds like he's did it over and over. And the comment even says, the annotation and Genius says, like, he quit heroin 100 times, and he didn't finally stop until he really did go to rehab, and I probably took it seriously and got off of it. And can I just say, fuck, good for him. Like, that's cannot be easy. And again, you know, anybody who is addicted to anything, they know it's a problem. Otherwise, they wouldn't try to quit, right? And I mean, really good for him for getting through it. Because I mean, I only had to stop drinking, and that was hard enough. And heroin, much more addictive, much more addictive. It's a good song. It's a good song, and I think this is what happens with a lot of artists who have problems with abuse, is or, you know, abusing a substance, is they eventually, hopefully, come around and either get the help they need, or somehow kick their habit, transfer it to something else, be smoking here, and kind of refocus their energy onto something else. And it's interesting because there's all sorts of stuff in the culture of hip hop, rap, rock and roll, really any kind of musicianship, that's about, like, let's party, let's have a great time. They end up getting addicted to something. I mean, go back, Ray Charles, Johnny Cash, like, yeah, everybody, right? And it's interesting to see how they change over time, and as they grow and things change in their life, and how their music changes along with what they've gone through. He couldn't have written this song when he was deep into his abuse, right? He couldn't have, I assume, like, this is all me just talking, so I don't know anything about him or his story. Maybe he could have, but this is him with the perspective of some time and distance from when he was an addict, and from when he was, you know, as the story in this song tells us, in the hospital taking his last shot of heroin, or, you know, shortly after he took his last shot of heroin. And it's interesting. I'm very curious what sort of stuff he's making now. I say that hoping he's still making music, because I think he's doing something pretty cool. It's not super in your face, like, aggressive music. It feels very kind of calm and welcoming and pleasant, and yet it's dealing with something super serious, and something people need to understand, that you can do it, you're not alone. Other people have gone through it, other people have suffered the same things you're suffering, and it's possible to come out the other side. So it's cool. It's a really nice sounding song, and I think he did an awesome job with it. So let's hear the rest of this.
This my last shot of heroin. I said that once and now I'm here again. It's my last shot at love again. You left me laying in an ambulance. It's my last shot of heroin. I said that once and now I'm here again. It's my last shot at love again. You left me laying in an ambulance.
Pretty cool use of the like, completely torn to shit house, right? In terms of, if you think of the house as sort of his body, his life, as it's been torn apart by his drug use, and he's trying to get out of it and recover. And then you see him, and he made it out. He is in great shape. He's looking good. He's healthy. I mean, I don't know if there's any after effects that he has from all this, but it's a really cool use of the visuals for this track too. you can be in that place and you can get out, and I think that's kind of important. And again, I say that as somebody who's alcoholic and had to stop drinking because it was fucking destroying my life. But he was in kind of the same place. I'm sure it was tearing him apart, tearing his family apart, really ruined tons of stuff in his life, tore up his house, right? Like this is what his life looked like. And now he's him, and he's back in control of things and is able to do what he needs to do to live his life and get on with things and make his music and try and talk about all the stuff that he went through, and hopefully show some other people that, yep, just gotta do it. And it's not even like it's so funny. I talk sometimes about like stopping whatever it is you're abusing, right? and I don't mean to say flippantly you just got to do it, right? It's really just, you have to do it like you get out of bed and put your feet on the floor. You're not going to get out of bed if you don't do that. You just have to do it, and that's what he did. Time to stop. Time to just wake up and go, fuck this. Nope, done. I'm done with it. I'm done with it. Tired of it. Tired of what it's doing to me. Tired of what I've been doing with people that I love. Tired of all this crap. And the only way it's going to change is if you finally go, yeah, I know this is wrong. I'm not in control of it. It's got a hold on me, and I just need to stop it. And that's the only way you can do it. So there you go. I actually got contacted recently by somebody on, I think on Instagram, who said a friend of theirs needed to get into rehab, and they don't have resources to do it. They don't have, I don't know if they have health insurance. I don't know if any place around them accepts health insurance. I've actually been doing a little bit of digging into it to see what I could find out, and I haven't been able to get anybody on a phone because, of course, everything is automated. And the area he lives in is really expensive. The rehab places are all really high class, and are they going to take some schmo off the streets insurance? Probably not. I got lucky because here in Seattle I was lucky because I was unemployed. I had Medicare coverage, and there's a recovery place here in Seattle that takes Medicare, and so I could check myself in, and was able to do that and kind of get the medicine I needed to not like really have bad alcohol withdrawals over the course of a weekend. And I've been trying to help this guy out if I can do it, and I just haven't been able to find anything for him, and it kind of sucks. Because once you make that decision, right? Once you make that decision, there needs to be like no barriers in your way to go get into rehab, because it doesn't take a day for things to go to hell and for the decision to no longer matter because you're in a different place all of a sudden. And it just sucks knowing that somebody hopefully has made that decision, and then the system just says, oh yeah, you know, if only you had money, then we could get you taken care of. Well, yeah, doesn't work like that, guys. Does not work like that. You never know when people are gonna make the decision that they need to get into rehab, and you have to be ready for them when they're at that point, because it doesn't happen every day. Not for that person, at least. Anyway, a lot of talk. Really cool little song. Important. I'm sure he wrote it for a very specific reason, and it's probably all the shit I'm talking about. So good on you, Drippin' So Pretty. Once again, Chris, thank you for sending this in. I appreciate it. If you want to send me stuff, right down here. You can join my Patreon. You can like, subscribe, and share. Thanks to everybody who's subscribed recently. I really do appreciate it. My numbers are drip down, dip down a little bit, and now they're heading back up, which is always nice to see. I haven't changed anything, so maybe it means I'm reacting to better music. I have no control over that. So, Pop Squat, checking out. Please like, subscribe, share. I appreciate it. Please feel free to send me some stuff if you want to have me react to something. I'm definitely about a month out now, especially on the paid reactions. So please forgive me if I'm a little slow. Have a good night. Bye-bye.